Hello again, everybody. Welcome to Michael's Record Collection, where we talk about great music with the people who make it and the people who love it. I'm here today joined by someone who makes great music, Big Trains, Alberto Bravin. Alberto, thank you so much for your time.
Hello, my friend.
You have a new album coming out in February 6th, 2026. It's hard to believe we're already talking about 2026
Yeah,
releases
we are.
on Inside Out Music. The album is called Woodcut. It's the
Yes.
16th Big Train album and the first narrative concept album from the band in a long storied career. I can't wait to get into this with you. But I want to start out like I start all my interviews by asking you, what was your first favorite record, the first one that you really fell in love with?
Ooh, that's a good question. Oh my God. Uh, well, um, I think we have to say Queen, and I think we have to say that's not my favorite actually now, but
Mm-hmm.
it was one of the first that I really felt in love. Is a kind of magic.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I have the cassette. I remember that, and it was going non-stop in my parents' car, and they loved it.
Well,
Not
that's
so
good.
much.
Your
Yeah,
your parents had good taste. It's there's some good. It's
yeah.
maybe not Queen's best album, but I think that's a good first one to fall in love with.
I think so. I mean, I mean, there's a well, the vocals there are great, and there is a couple of really cool songs. I mean, it's high in my list of
Yeah.
Queen's albums. But yeah, it is. I think the first one that I just fell in love.
Yeah, it's a little different when you take it some of those songs out of the context of the Highlander movie.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, give me the prize or that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, they're a little all right. That was weird, but yeah. But then you have a kind of magic. You have One Vision. I mean, there
Mhm.
is like a lot of really nice songs actually.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about your upbringing. Now, are you from a musical family or were you one of the first in your family to pick up an instrument and start touring around?
Well, I have my aunt. Uh, they were playing piano, and my dad he worked as a waiter in the UK actually in the 60s. So he always was a really passionate about music, and really he loved music, but he didn't play anything or sing or whatever. But I had a pretty good record collection in my house, all the Beatles LPs and all the original stuff that I still have here. So because he was sending all the Beatles stuff to his sister in Italy
Hmm.
in the 60s. So I have everything here. And so I just started to play the piano when I was 3 years old, 4 years old. And I remember my mom just asked me, that's one of my first memory in my life, actually, that my mom was asking me, do you like the piano? Do you like to play music or something? And I was, yeah, I think so. And I just started to get some private piano lesson at home, and that was the start of this nightmare.
What's become your career?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, yeah,
So it, there's a long way to go between listening to your parents' Beatles albums and playing the kind of music that you play with Big Train now. Can you take
yeah.
me on that journey how you got into progressive rock because you were lead singer for one of the seminal Italian prog rock bands, PFM, and that's
Yeah.
that's a far cry from Love Me Do.
Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. I always been a Beatles fan and Queen fan, and then I had my heavy metal moment in my life, uh, extreme metal moment. I was really into all the classic metal stuff, but also on death metal and thrash metal and all the kind of stuff that I actually still enjoy and love. But then I remember, I think I've done the opposite way. I discovered Dream Theater
Mm-hmm.
first, and I remember I was listening to Images and Words, and I said like, so you can play keyboards in a metal context.
Mm-hmm.
So that I didn't know. So I said, and I was playing keyboards. I was not singing. I was not. I was playing a little guitar, but I was mostly playing. I was known in my hometown as a keyboard player. So I just started to enjoy Dream Theater and then Symphony X and all that kind of prog metal, prog rock stuff. And then I went back and I discovered Genesis and Yes and everything and all the bands there. And PFM, of course, with the Italian and there is a lot of Italian progressive bands. Um, then I had a band called Synesthesia or Synesthesia, if you pronounce it in an English way,
Mm-hmm.
and we recorded two albums where I was the keyboard player, and Franz, the PFM's drummer and leader, we made contact with him. Really, we just went there during a gig and said, "Oh, we are this band, blah blah blah, and here is our demo." And we know hopes, we know big hopes or anything, but actually, like a week later, he called us and said, "Oh, this is really interesting. Come to Milano and let's have a talk." And he produced our two albums, and then flash forward. I don't know, 5, 6 years, I think. PFM guitarist Franco Musida just left band, and they were looking for a guitar player, of course, but the former guitar player was also one of the singers in the band. So they they needed someone who could sing and maybe play a little keyboard and maybe a little guitar and stuff. They so they got Marcos Fogli on guitar, and they asked me if I wanted to try and see if it worked. Actually, and it worked because we had one rehearsals, and that was the rehearsals for 7 years. I mean, we we were just on tour like all the time. So it was a great journey, and I learned a lot from them, and it was like an incredible journey.
Yeah, I would imagine that sounds like a nervous time where you would be asked to, you're a keyboard player, now you're asked to sing for this massive, like, legendary band. And what was going through your mind?
Well, I mean, so in the middle of this, I actually studied singing properly, and I studied in the UK in London for a couple of years, and then I studied also. I was classical trained singer here in Italy, and also I played in all the situations that you can imagine. So bars and weddings and parties and whatever. I did a lot of that. So actually, playing with PFM, having this kind of experience to kind of survive in extreme situations, it was actually really handy because the PFM guys are really rock and roll. So no click tracks,
Mhm.
nothing. It was really rock and roll. Every night was something different. Every night was something exciting and different. So having the background to play in whatever situation you can possibly imagine, actually was really really handy in that situation. So I kind of I don't know, I kind of improvise a little bit, but but actually I was really well prepared. That was the thing.
Yeah.
At the beginning when I was all right, let's try the first rehearsal. I said, okay, but which songs I need to learn? I mean, do you have a set list or something? No, we'll see. Okay, but do I have to sing the songs or play the keyboards, the guitar, or whatever? I don't know. We'll see there. So it was everything was open. So I actually prepared all the songs on the keyboards, on the guitar, on vocals. So I had like everything in my mind. And the first rehearsal was why you're not playing keyboard there? Okay, I got it. Or can you sing this? Yeah, I got it. So so I did a lot of work there to get
Sounds
the
like it.
job
So
actually.
you had to learn all these parts on various instruments and also sing them. So
Yeah, it was a mess. Yeah.
that's great. So you're with this band for a while, and then you become the new singer for Big Big Train. And of course, it was a
Mm.
very tragic situation with David Longdon, his
Yeah, it was.
accident. He passes away.
Yeah.
Was there any like trepidation on your part to stepping into this? Because a lot of fans don't like when new singers take over for their band,
Mm.
and I know that had to be on your mind a little bit.
Well, yeah. And it was one of the. I remember the first kind of interview that I had with Greg and Nick Shilton, our manager. Um, I remember, and I didn't get the job yet. I think it was still in the process. But one of the questions was exactly this, like how you handle, because if you get the job, you'll have a pressure, some kind of pressure from the people that it's normal. I mean, it's something different. And and David didn't leave the band.
Yeah,
He, he just wasn't there anymore.
yeah,
So it was no band or a band with a new singer. This was the two options that 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 Baby Train had. So
yeah.
um, so it was. I mean, I had a lot of pressure, but I tried to uh, just put everything into preparation and just actually just trying to enjoy the beautiful music that I was asked to sing. So, I mean, and I tried to put whatever I could into it,
Mhm.
and and actually, I remember the first gig we had. It was uh, after the first song, people just uh, was just clapping and crying and smiling and everybody was happy. And I remember I just looked at Greg and I said, I think we got it. I think we are safe. I mean, we are in a safe place now. We can do the gig.
Yeah,
We don't have to run away.
you passed the real audition that day.
That oh yeah, absolutely. That day was the real audition. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, that's a great story, and of course, I'm sure the fans were so happy just to still have their band after what had happened. So
I think so. I think so. I think so. The reaction of the people was not just for my appearance or but how the situation was handled and how I mean we try to we know that we have a strong uh, fan based audience,
mhm.
and we know what they keep doing for us. They're following us. They're helping us. They're coming to the gigs and they are buying the records and whatever. So I mean, it's we know that, and so we are not doing anything uh, randomly. Everything is for them, and it's everything. It's because we love it, of course, but we are doing it for the people, that people can enjoy the music that we are making and we love.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that the fans embraced you, and because fans can be one way or the other. Obviously, it's a
Yeah,
different situation when David passed rather than, went on to form a solo career or joined another band or something like that. That can be a little bit of a different perspective. Now,
yeah.
I wanted to ask you what it's like to be in Big Big Train, because you guys don't all live in the same area. You're all spread
No.
out. And so what is it like to be a member of this organization?
Well, it's a job. It's a proper job. Well, I mean, so well, first of all, everyone is super talented and super professional, and so we are at a level, a music level that you you don't need to rehearse every week. It's we know that we are rehearsing normally before the tour or before something, if something happened, um, for a week or for a couple of days, depends on the set list or if we already played the songs or not or whatever. But we know that everybody is super prepared and arrived at the rehearsals with the homeworks done. So that's it. And actually, after a couple of years now, we know each other very well. So I mean, it was from the beginning. Just everything just clicked. Uh, Maybe because of the situation, and everybody was just putting everything into those first gigs,
Mm-hmm.
to just trying to do the best that we could. So I think, but everything clicked immediately, musically and personally, with everyone. So uh, I think it's taking a couple of days to just warm up and get to the okay to the right vibe, I think. But then we are good to go, and this is for the live situation. For the records, actually, we recorded both records together in a room, so that was easier
Yeah.
than sending emails. So yeah,
Yeah, I spoke with Greg after The Likes of Us came out, or right
yeah.
about the time it was about to come out, and he mentioned that it was very important to him for everybody to be there, like a proper recording of an album rather
Oh,
than
absolutely,
flying the
absolutely.
parts in. So I think it shows in your work. I really do.
Oh,
So
thank you.
Woodcut, um, 16th album for this band, your second, I believe, studio album, a
It
couple of
is.
live albums as well.
Yeah.
Um, After The Likes of Us, which was a fantastic 2024 release. I did a show on that. This is here's the band. It's Alberto Bravin, lead vocals, guitar, keyboards, Nick DiVirgilio, drums, percussion, 12-string acoustic guitar, and vocals. I had Nick on recently to talk about his Rewiring Genesis
Oh
album.
yeah.
Oscar Holdorf, keyboards and vocals. Claire Lindley, I think maybe an unsung hero of the band, violin, acoustic guitar, and vocals. Love what the violin brings to your music. Paul
Yeah.
Mitchell, trumpet, piccolo, vocals, piccolo, trumpet, vocals. Ricard Schoblum, guitars, keyboards, vocals, and Gregory Spotton, of course, who's been on the show. Bass pedals, 12-string acoustic guitar, mellotron, and vocals. Um,
A lot of stuff.
Lots of people in the band, but it also, you guys make a lot of music. So
Mm,
when you announce that you're making a conceptual album,
yeah.
um, there are two schools of thought. There are fans out there that go, "Ooh, concept album," and then
Yeah.
there's another group that goes, "Ooh, concept album." So
I know.
what was why was this the right time for you guys to come out with a narrative concept album?
Okay. Well, I am. Ooh, concept album. I mean, I'm that
I am
part of
too.
it. Yeah. So, well, I mean, so I think for a prog fan of that side, I think uh, like recording a concept album, it's one of the dreams. I think so. It is. Um, it was in the air for from I think from the beginning. Like, oh, are we ever make a concept album? Maybe it was there before my arrival. Maybe I don't know. Um, but I think after the likes of us, that was normally, oh well, the majority of Bibi Train albums are about history or
Mhm.
stories or something like facts that happened. The likes of us was a little bit different because it was like more of a personal stories about feelings and I mean personal stories. Um, and after that, we said, well, we want to do something different again. Uh, so the idea of the concept was, are we? I don't know. We were talking, said, well, the concept album is. I mean, if we find the right story or the right spark
Mhm.
for it, it would be interesting to do it. Um, so actually, the spark arrived because me and Greg, we were in Oslo at the Munch Museum, and we were just looking at art and stuff one morning in Oslo, and there were like a couple of pieces that were woodcut, and and I remember we just saw the, like, I don't know, I don't remember the name of the piece of art, but then underneath it was like woodcut written down, and we just looked at each other. We said, "Oh, that's the title." And we had no music, no story, nothing. We said, "This is great. This is could be the title of the album." And the woodcut technique, that it's like the negative and the positive, because you have to cut out what you don't want
Mhm.
on the press. So it was like a really interesting theme, and we could write stuff about it. And so I think we kept it uh, like a secret between me and him for a couple of days. We were on tour actually. Like there, we said like, okay, well, let's think about it, and then we share it with everybody. Said we had this idea. Do do we want to make a concept? And everybody was, hell yeah. So actually everything that we wrote uh, after that, it was with this story in our mind, but the story was not actually written down. That then it was written down, so we had the music, and then we had the lyrics after that. It was a long process actually, but um and we had a lot of music actually. So yeah, but I'm not a fan of double albums.
Mhm.
Not really. So is we are we making a double concept album? Oof, no, that's too much. Let's go with with a single concept album. So yeah,
Yeah. So it ends up being about an hour and 6 minutes of music.
yeah, it's an hour music. Yeah,
You can get it on one CD. You still have to use two LPs for it.
yep,
But
that's okay.
it came together. So tell me, what can you tell us about the story of Woodcut?
Well, it talks about this artist, that it's this guy that actually uh doesn't have a name. It's in the middle of time. There's no a time moment or something, and he is making this woodcut piece. And Greg will, or Claire will explain it better, of course. But what I had in my mind, it was that an artist, that could be an artist, or also like a musician, or maybe also a listener, when when a listener listen to something and he's really into it, and you close your eyes and you are maybe in headphones or beautiful hi-fi system, you're listening to something and you are like in another dimension, kind of, and you cannot, you don't understand anymore if you are in that dimension, or if it's your life, if it's something, I mean, it's, you are in another, you have a feeling, you have something there happening. So this is the story about this artist that just doing this piece of art and just loving it, and just feeling what's happening. He is like trapped into his piece of art, or is this kind of um, this other dimension,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, and the music go with it.
So that's an interesting concept because you're right. Like as a listener to music, we're pulled in. If you're listening to
Yes,
Dream
exactly.
Theater scenes from a memory from Dream
Oh my
Theater,
god.
you're pulled into that story.
Oh
You
yeah.
you don't exist in the room with your headphones on listening anymore. You're now mentally you're there, and
Exactly.
and so now this is like sort of inverts that the artist is pulled into that world.
Yeah, it is. It is a little bit. I don't know, a little bit Pinocchio, and it's more dark as the situation. But that's it actually. That's the story.
Gotcha. All right. So who all was involved with, was it the entire band involved in fleshing out the story?
Well, so musically, I received all the ideas, songs and themes or melodies or whatever, and I try to create the album actually. So I had all these ideas from everybody, and I put it in my computer in my like a session, and I tried, as the artist does actually. I started to cut, paste, and move and try to connect everything. And after a little bit, I had this um, vision of the entire album, actually, not single songs, but the overall vision.
Mm-hmm.
And uh, there are still single songs, because you can listen to the songs in order, but all the songs are linked, and it's a flow that is just going from the start to end.
Mm-hmm.
And doing this, I whenever I was hearing like a theme or something that I liked, I try to replicate that theme in the other songs with another instrument or another arrangement, or maybe a vocal line or whatever. So it's full of themes that coming and going during the whole album actually. So musically, I put it together in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Some songs were completely arranged and done. Something else was just ideas or something. So I just grabbed and added stuff and cut stuff and changed. Um, then when we had the hour long piece, I just sent it over, hoping that people will like it, because it was like everybody was saying like, what's Alberto's doing? I mean, with all this, and I had in my mind the idea. I I didn't want to share it until I was actually happy with it.
Yeah.
So I sent it over, and everybody was on board, and we went to the studio to record actually the album, and we had couple of songs with lyrics, but the rest of it was just me going la 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 blah blah blah
Mm-hmm.
in fake English or something, just to put melodies on it.
Yeah, just getting some
And
sounds down, scat
yeah, I get
vocals.
some sounds. I'm always doing this. I'm if I'm playing something, I always just put a line, just blah blah blah, just a line on top of it, just to have some just the melody, and then I'll change it, or I'll do whatever. But yeah, but then then we recorded all the music there at Sweetwater Sound in the US. That it's like a crazy place, beautiful studio. And then we came back, and then Greg and Claire finished the lyrics. There is also, and Nick DiVirgilio also wrote, I think, one song there, the lyrics of the song, and the rest is Claire and Greg, and he they and then I just recorded the vocals at Rob Aubrey's studio in the UK, in Southampton.
Okay. So
Yeah,
that's interesting. So you guys came up with the story, and then uh Greg and Claire and Nick wrote the lyrics to that story.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
over. Yeah,
a full band effort.
absolutely. Yeah. And also, and everybody. I mean, in the studio, everything changed, and everybody put their own stuff, like as like an arranger or something. I kind of produced the whole thing,
Mm-hmm.
without knowing that I was the producer, actually. So I realized I was the producer when it was done. So
Yeah.
there was like a draft of the artwork going through emails, and I received it, and I saw produced by Alberto Bravin, and I said, "Am I the producer of the record?" I didn't know, so I asked Greg. I said, "Am I the producer?" Yes, you are. So
Yeah.
okay.
And that's usually Greg's role, right? That's usually Greg takes the lead on that.
That's well, I think the rule in Baby Train was who wrote the song is the producer of the song,
Okay.
actually. And that was the idea also in The Likes of Us. Everybody was kind of producing thing, but then again, being in the studio together, it's a different thing, because if you are at home and you have to send files back and forth, that you need someone who is in charge of that
Mm-hmm.
and ask the other to do something. But if you're in the studio, everybody can throw ideas around, and we can just try and see what's happening and stuff. But for this, I mean, right at the beginning, we needed someone that had the overall vision of the album, I think. And it's difficult if you're doing it like in seven people, because
Yeah.
everybody has different stuff. And so I had that role from the beginning, just to put stuff together, and have in my mind, okay, this theme is coming back at the end of the sixth song or something. I don't know, something like that. So,
Well,
yeah.
congratulations on becoming the producer, Alberto.
Thank you.
Now, as the lead singer, now others have written the lyrics. Were there any lines where you're like, I'm not sure, that doesn't feel comfortable singing? Maybe if we try it a different way. Did you have a few moments like that on the album?
Oh yeah. I mean, sometimes. Well, so this album is very challenging, from a vocal point of view. So I during the demos, I pushed in a couple of moments. Then I realized, oh, I have actually to sing that. So in the demo was easy. It was like whatever. But then I said, oh, I need to sing that note, actually. So it was really funny, actually. The last high note that ends the record, uh it was on a, well, this is nerdy vocal stuff, but it was on on a vowel that was like really difficult to sing for me. It was
Mm-hmm.
a high note on a vowel. So we were in the studio there with Greg, and so I said, like, can we? I don't think I can nail this. I was really, I really loved the I loved the lyrics,
Mm-hmm.
but I said, like, can we try to change it? Maybe, I don't know. Put another. If you put it, I don't know. I don't remember. We changed it in another with the E or something, like "Let It Be" or something like that. So we said, and Greg wrote. I said, yeah, let's try this, and I actually recorded with that version. But then I spent the night thinking about it, and I said, I mean, no. I mean, I have to sing that note with those lyrics. I love the old lyrics.
Yeah.
So I actually the morning I just woke up and I went there. I said, "Let's try it again," and I did it. So
Good.
so,
That's
but
good.
there is a take. There is a couple of takes with different lyrics sometimes.
Mm. What do you remember what song it was?
It's last stand. It's the
Last Stand.
last.
Okay.
It's the last note of the record.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I
It's
know what you're
the
talking about.
it's the last high note. So it could have been another word.
The next time you could just say, hey Nick, we're gonna give this one to you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. Oh, he can do it. Yeah, yeah. Of course.
He could get up there. Um,
Yeah.
One of the things that I thought was interesting, and I wondered which was first because I don't know the timeline of making this album, but
Yeah.
the the ninth track Chimera
Yeah.
features the lyric "A Flare on the Lens," which is the name of your 2024 live album.
Yeah.
So which one came first?
Oh, I think so. I think that it's Greg's song, and that song was, or just I think a piece of that song was around for, I don't know, for some time.
Hmm.
So and really I think I heard it and I loved it. I said, like, this could be a really interesting song to put on this record. And so I don't know. I think Greg just put we just put the title of the live album because it was a nice title actually. So
Yeah.
but then we kept the lyrics on the song.
Yeah. This interesting thing for a prog band, the longest song on the album is 7 minutes, a little over 7 minutes long.
Yeah.
And that's a contrast. The last album had a 17-minute song and a 10-minute
Yes.
song. Is that something that you ever think about? Is like, are the fans going to like it if we don't have a longer song on it? Does
Uh,
that even enter your mind at all?
so this time actually, for example, the first song, the artist, that it's like it was like a Ricard's song. It was like 16 or 18 minutes
Oh,
with
wow.
a huge instrumental stuff in the middle and stuff. But and then this is the producer role, Ouch, and saying, "Well, Rickard, can we cut this part out?" And he kindly said, "Yes, my friend, you can," because the I mean, I don't know. I was seeing the album as one long song,
Yeah.
so putting as a first song like a 16-minute song, it just it was like unbalanced for me.
Hmm.
So having uh, a, a rocking song at the beginning that it's like, okay, you remember the song, and then has a kind of instrumental coda or like ending, but we didn't need uh I don't know, like a 6 minutes instrumental crazy part at the beginning of the album. So I said, can we move it like somewhere else? And then actually we didn't use it. I don't know if I forgot or whatever. I had like a mess. It was like crazy. So I had that, but I think we will use it, or Ricard will use it on something else.
Yeah.
But I
Use
just
it
I just
later.
cut out, yeah, cut out that part and just glued the two the ending and that part together, and actually it worked, I think, and yeah, and everybody was happy about it. So
Good. What was the hard was it hard to put the songs that everybody brought in? Was it hard to put them in the order that they ended up in? I mean, was that the hardest part?
oh, it was, yeah, because they were in another order at the beginning. I think the first demo I sent over to the guys. Yeah, the songs were in another sequence, and one song was there was another song that actually in the studio we just deleted or just used like the chorus, but then we wrote in the studio the old song like brand new, and yes, changing the sequence because I try to link all the songs harmonically.
Yeah.
So it's not like, okay, it's just, okay, one song, it's ending and then pause, and then you have another song starting.
Yeah.
If you change the order of the songs, everything falls apart because
You need a new
because now
connection. Yeah.
I needed to or write another connection or change the key of the song, so I
Yeah.
needed to do it all over again. So
Yeah.
it was difficult. Yeah, it was difficult. Yeah.
Well, it must have been really rewarding when you finished it and you had something cohesive that works from start to finish, because it's like, I mentioned Scenes from a Memory earlier, and
Yeah,
Flower Kings did Flower Power did the Garden of
exactly.
Dreams, and that's there's an art to that. It's like you got to make these pieces fit together, tell the story, but also it has to make sense, it has to flow. So
It has. Yeah.
Beatles side two of Abbey Road kind of thing, that
Yeah.
all of that. And so
Exactly.
it's like there's no one epic because the whole album is the epic.
Is the epic, yeah, that, and there's no overture, there's no there's nothing. It's just you start and you end, and it's just going. So yeah, that was the idea.
Now I know you guys have some European dates
Yeah.
set for a tour, and I know you guys have come over to the U.S. a few times. You've been in the North. I live in the South, so I haven't been able to see you. But
Oh, well,
are there some U.S. dates also planned?
so we are playing the cruise to the edge again this next year. We have like a warm up show in Southampton in the 1865. It's a small club, but it's gonna be fun just to warm up for the cruise. And then yeah, we have in autumn we have UK and Europe, and I mean 2027. I hope we can come back to the US and playing again, and play actually places that we've never played there. So yeah, down to the south or also West Coast. We
Mhm.
never played there. So I hope we can make it. As you know, as you can imagine, it's really difficult. It's really difficult. Well, economically,
Yeah.
moving like a band like us
Yeah.
to the US. Well, in Europe is the same. I mean,
Yeah.
it's still it's still expensive. So
Yeah.
you need to do the math and make it work, actually work. So we when we were in the US last year, this year actually, at the beginning of this year, I can't
Mhm.
remember. But yeah, but actually it was. I mean, it was great, and we had a lot of fun, and people showed up. That's that's important. So
Yeah.
yeah, we're trying, we're working hard to make it happen.
Yeah, I remember when when DiVirgilio, Morris, and Jennings put out their second album. I talked to Nick, and he was very
Yeah,
excited about having you guys have to come over here rather than
yeah.
him go over there. So
Oh my
that's
God, yeah,
I know how it is. I mean, the Northeast in the U.S. is more convenient because there's more concentration of big cities, and you can hit them quicker. travel in this
Yeah.
country is ridiculous. It's just so big.
Well, it's huge. It's
Yeah.
huge. So you really need to think about it logistically to make it happen. So yeah, the Northeast is easier because you have New York, you have Chicago, you have like all the Boston and
Yeah.
whatever.
Philadelphia.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, yeah, we'll do it.
Well, we'd love to see you down here in Orlando, but I won't hold my breath. But maybe it'll be easier for me to travel than you guys down here. So I would love
Come
to
to the
see you.
cruise. Come to the cruise.
Oh, I wish I could afford the cruise. It looks so great. Um, so Big Train, the album is Woodcut, comes out February 6th on Inside Out Music, February 6th, 2026. By the time this airs, it will be 2026, but we're recording this in December, early December of 2025. So
Yeah.
um,
Merry Christmas.
Alberto, Alberto Bravin, it's been so great talking about this album with you and a little bit about your past and your history. Obviously, fans can get this album on the Inside Out Music website. Is there another place that's good for people to buy it?
Well, there is in our website, babytrain.com, you can find all the places where to buy it for the US market and the European market. And
Awesome.
Japan. We're also releasing in Japan. So Japanese guys, please.
And I forgot to mention that you guys have also launched a micro site
Yeah.
about the album itself. Do you want to mention that real quick before we?
Yeah, it's a microsite. It's really fun. I don't know how they did it. It's amazing. You can just click on objects on the page, and you have like special contents. So it's really nice. And yeah, check it out. It's on the site now. Well, it will. Well, the album will be out when this is gonna air, but you can find it on our social media and website. And subscribe to the newsletter. That's the right solution to get all the informations.
Yeah, you guys do a really nice job with the newsletter, so I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Alberto Bravin, thank you so much. This is a great record. I know it's going to do well for you. I know it's going to sell well with your fans and maybe make you some new ones. Very excited about the new concept album. I wish you nothing but the best of luck. And thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Michael.